Feel the impact, from schools to state and local taxes, from university endowments to new donor incentives that might surprise even veterans of charitable giving. The new spending law changes how Americans pay for education at every level. One provision affects school vouchers with a possible ripple effect on public school funding. Another targets large university endowments, bringing a new tax reality to higher education. Our Sharon Epperson has both sides of the story, starting with the impact on those school vouchers. Sharon.
Well, John, under the law, individual taxpayers will be eligible for tax credits for donations that they make to organizations that award scholarships for private school students in kindergarten through 12th grade. Starting in 2027, the tax credit would fully reimburse donors up to $1,700 for contributions they give to groups that provide scholarships to attend private school. Students with family income of no more than 300% of their area's median gross income are eligible for the scholarships. Now, states and districts can choose whether to opt into the program. Currently, 30 states and Washington, D.C. have at least one private school choice program. The new legislation sets up the potential for a new round of battles at the state and local level over school choice. There's no cap on the number of tax credits that could be issued, making it hard to calculate the cost. The Joint Committee on Taxation estimates the credits will cost nearly $26 billion over 10 years, while the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy estimates if all eligible taxpayers claim the tax credit, it would cost over $100 billion a year. Now, the biggest factor in the cost calculation is how successful private schools and their backers are at getting people to contribute.
Now, Sharon, talking about the elements here of this new reality in the law around these donations to voucher scholarships, a tax credit, very different from a tax deduction, right?
A tax credit is very different from a tax deduction. A tax credit will lower your taxable income dollar for dollar, and that's what makes tax credits more attractive to most taxpayers than a deduction.
And so also there's a concern about the effect here to private schools. One could argue that there's an effect on public schools in that if you want to support a booster club or give money that affects positively the public school, you don't get that same dollar for dollar benefit in taxes, right?
Absolutely. Talking to teachers' unions and presidents there, they are very concerned about money not going to public schools, impacting the education they're able to provide there to each and every student, and particularly how this may impact students with disabilities, students who are disadvantaged in some ways in terms of getting special programs for them in the public school system. Now, will they have the funding to be able to do this? That is a big concern.
Now, we talked about the individual side. If you make within 4 times the median income for your area, you're eligible for this credit if you donate to this. Now, for businesses, though, it's different. There's the potential to donate even more dollar-wise.
Well, this is what we're looking at, whether or not we're going to see businesses and wealthy donors giving more to support these choice programs, these voucher programs. That is going to be a significant factor on how successful this is going to be.
All right. Well,
I don't want you to be deceived or misled by how mild-mannered and kind of nice these two are in presenting this. This will hurt public education. That's the whole point of what Republicans do when they get power. It's to hurt public education. That's why they've done everything they can to tear down the Department of Education. And make no mistake, once again, these decisions will actually hurt the people who vote for him the most. Those people who live in the middle of nowhere in Kansas, small towns in Mississippi and Alabama. The ones who go to those public schools, you will be hurt. The children with disabilities, you will be hurt by this. Make no mistake. I wanted to make sure you got that through your heads. We're going to continue this series on how Trump's big ugly bill affects the average person and education. More to come. That's all for this episode. Thanks for watching.